Yo, what's going on everybody? It is SSG here, and today I'm going to break down the entire Weekend Classic event coming to the show. This is the first weekend that it will be here, so it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. But basically, I'm just going to go ahead and break it down for you and give some tips that might help you succeed in this event. So if you come over to the Play tab and go to Multiplayer Modes, and you end up going to the Rank Seasons mode, you will come in and you will see the Weekend Classic. Now, upon seeing this, you will also see a bunch of rewards depending on what league you're in. And your ranked rating dictates what league you're going to be in. So, for example, I think I'm like 590 something right now. I'm not exactly sure, but I am in Silver 1. So these are the rewards I get. If I get 1 win, I get 10 the show packs. 2 win, I get 5 bonds, and so on and so forth. And obviously, the higher the league you're in, the better rewards you get. I've only played like 12 games, so I'm only in Silver 1, but I'll probably play more as the week goes on. But how the actual Weekend Classic is going to work is that you're going to play ranked just like how you would any other day. And your first 6 games are going to dictate what rewards you get. So for example, if I play 4 games and I win 3 of them, I get a chase pack, up the ball ends and the show packs. I'm pretty sure that these rewards stack, so you get everything here. So if you get 6-0, you're getting everything you see on the screen, again, depending on what league you're in. One thing worth noting is that once the Weekend Classic starts, you're stuck in that league. You cannot be promoted, you cannot be demoted once the Weekend Classic starts. You're just stuck there. You have to play that league. So now that I went over how the Weekend Classic actually works, I'm going to give some tips on what I would do just so that way I can come out with the most wins possible. So the first thing that I would do when the Weekend Classic starts is go out of Diamond Dynasty, go down all the way till you see the practice mode. It doesn't really matter what teams you pick. I would just try to go with a pitcher that has a cutter and a sinker. So I'm going to go Corbin Burns, and I'll probably just hit with Mike Trout. Now once you're in, just hit the pause button and go to practice type, hit batting, and then you can pick your batter and the pitcher. Now look on the right, you can see that Corbin Burns has a cutter, curveball, slider, circle change, and sinker. And this is basically just how much of that pitch he's most likely going to throw to you. So if you struggle with cutters, put the cutter slider all the way. I would recommend turning off speed off since it's pretty easy to pick up. And now you're just here. Now you could sit here and just work on shit that you're not really good at necessarily. And I would also just get some at-bats in before the Weekend Classic starts anyways. There's going to be a lot of people competing, and you want to be at the top of your game to come out with the best rewards. So for my next tip, you're going to be back in Diamond Dynasty, and it's just to simply make sure that your bullpen is filled with lefties. You want at least 3 lefties in your bullpen. If your opponent has a very heavy lefty-dominated lineup, and you only have righties in your bullpen, you're more likely going to get smashed. Some of the top lefty closers and relievers are this Hobie Milner. Mark Davis is solid, but I wouldn't use him on Hall of Fame or higher. And this new threat, Aroldis Chapman's also really good. For tip number 3, just going back to pitching, make sure that your pitchers have energy. As you can see right now, Halladay and Crochet are both a little bit low in energy. And going into the Weekend Classic, this is something that you want to avoid. You want everyone to just have energy, so that way you're even. Main point being, you just want your pitching to be at its best. And for my last tip, it's just going to be to just don't rush the games. Don't rush your games. Everyone's going to be coming in on Friday, playing their first 6 games really fast, really competitive. There's going to be a lot of sweaty games going on. So this means that you have from Friday to Tuesday to play 6 games against other people who want the same exact rewards as you. If you're not hitting well one day, just don't play the game. Don't waste your game because you felt the need to get it done. If you have any questions about your lineup or tips in the game, feel free to comment down below. I'll be more than happy to answer. And with that, I'll see you guys later.